Harley crew with us this week. Thank you, by the way, for joining us. And we've got a very exciting hour, Lord Alfred Hayes.
We most certainly have.
Quite good. How's your golf game?
My golf game, I see you're wearing your master's jacket there. My golf game is
quite some time ago since I won it also. A little tight around. No. We have some special guests, Lord Alfred Hayes, to kick everything off this week. I'd like to bring them in. You know them quite well. They are Big John Studd and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Welcome them to TNT.
Pardon?
Where's John Studd?
Well, John Studd is not here today. But I have a new find that I'd like to introduce to the people. He is 7 feet tall. He weighs close to 400 pounds, and he's from Korea.
Korea?
Yes. He wears a mask, and his name is Kimchi. I'd like to bring him out now.
Kimchi.
How you doing, Gene? Hey, how you doing, Lord? Hi, Bob. What's going on?
Not much.
Good English.
Well, he was educated in English schools in Korea.
All over the world, I was educated in English schools.
This is the biggest Korean wrestler in the world today. Wouldn't you say so?
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
I would have to say yes. He's got strange colored hair for a Korean, but yes.
Well, you know, the Americans came over my country years ago during the war, and they left a few of us behind.
And that's the best way to do
You
it.
got it?
Yes,
Any questions you'd like to ask him?
No. I'm very curious, John, you still haven't unloaded that horse that you wear.
John, who?
No, Gene. I mean, hey, John Studd. This is John Studd right here. This is John Studd. You don't see no mask on this guy, right?
That's John Studd.
That's right. What's my name again?
I mean,
I'm Kimchi.
Kimchi.
Yeah.
Is that funny to you? Is that funny to you? Is that funny to you, people? Take it off. That's about as funny as Andre the
exactly
Giant
right.
trying to pretend he's a machine. Andre the Giant is wearing a mask. You don't think it's funny. You contend that's a Japanese wrestler.
I don't think you have to be concerned about Andre the Giant. He's suspended anyway in the World Wrestling Federation, Bobby.
Well, I'm trying to show you a point here.
Cool.
As this man, the size he is, everybody knew him when he walked out with a mask on. Everybody knows it's Andre the Giant.
Well, I don't know. You're trying to work me with this, Nicky, or whatever.
Yourself.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something right there. I don't know what some people have around here. You know, some people can get just anything they want. And then others like Bundy and myself and Bobby the Brain, we have to fight, we have to scrape, we have to get down on our hands and knees to get anything from the WWF. And guys like Andre goes out, and he's hurt, he's embarrassed, he's humiliated, he buries himself, he comes back with a mask. What is this?
Because he can't come back, but they still allow it. That's what's
Here it
getting
is,
me.
guys. Here's the Japanese magazine, and on the front are the machines. You can see them, the giant
You know what
machine.
you can do with that magazine, Mr. Whipple?
What?
When the roll runs out, you can use that magazine.
Oh, excellent. Gentlemen, don't go away. I want you to stick around. A few more things we can possibly discuss. Bobby Heenan and Big John Studd. All right, Bobby Heenan and John Studd, the point you're trying to make by having John Studd come on out on this television program with a mask, I think it's quite clear. You're totally convinced that the machines who are going to be arriving here in the World Wrestling Federation are not Japanese. Is that a safe assumption?
Well, you know, the point we're trying to make is this. That's Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, I've wrestled him between myself and Bundy, between Ken Patera and I. We stepped in his ring with that man for nearly 4 years, and we finally accomplished it. We cut his hair, we humiliated him, and we, through a process of 4 years, proved to the world that I am the Giant of professional wrestling. Right. And now, after all that hard work, and then he stepped on it, he got gutless, and he didn't show up for a match. He was suspended. We're tired of Andre the Giant. I don't want to step in the ring with him anymore. I want bigger and better things. And now the promotion is saying, hey, look, we got this new tag team. and we want you against him. Well, we know it's Andre. I don't want to have to put up with Andre again. Neither does Bundy. We don't want to have to put up. We want other things.
Well, what it is, John, is everybody loves the Giant, they say. So the World Wrestling Federation is bending over backwards. They're closing their eyes, and they're letting him come into the country and wrestle with a mask. They know it's Andre the Giant. I know it. You know it, John.
But,
Enough.
but, little man, if it isn't Andre the Giant, if, say, it is another Giant, he's going to find out why Bundy, him and the little machine are going to find out why Bundy and John Studd, the Giant of professional wrestling, are the biggest, toughest, and the true giants in the world of wrestling today.
All right, on the front cover of the latest edition of the World Wrestling Federation magazine, your partner, John Studd, and your man, Bobby Heenan, King Kong Bundy. Of course, we know about King Kong. As a matter of fact, there is a match that we're going to be joining in progress. The two of you, Studd and Bundy, meeting the heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, and his tag team partner, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Let's take a look right here.
Finally back in the ring, and Hulk Hogan delivers the boot to the midsection. Behind the Hulkster now. Look at that maneuver. Hulk Hogan hammering away on Big John Studd. Shoves him to, oh my, forget about it. Ooh, wow, and another one. Hulk with Big John Studd to the buckle of Hulkster. Uh-oh, look at that.
Oh, he got caught with that clothesliner.
Yes, he did. The Hulkster trying to make the tag. Orndorff wants to get in there. Let's see. Bundy will not allow it. Hulkster off the rope, double team. Come on, referee, get one of them out of there. Orndorff still trying to make the tag, but Bundy is all over the hook. One, we get two. Wow, that was close.
Well, they're going to do everything not to have him take out now. They feel that they have Hogan hurt right now, and they're going to try their best to finish him off here.
Slam, King Kong Bundy. Wait a minute, break in the face.
Now he's got a chance to tag out here.
Stab comes in. Headbutt. Oh. Trying to make the tag. The Hulkster trying to make the tag on Paul Orndorff. Backed into the corner. Meanwhile, the double team effort continues. Come on, referee. You've got to disqualify him. That's two men in there at the same time. Orndorff hanging on.
Orndorff got hit in the eye as Hogan went backwards. And he got knocked clear out of the ring. But now look at this. Why is the referee disqualifying these guys?
I think he already gave the signal to the timekeeper. They've already been disqualified. Someone, come on, Paul, get in there. Orndorff should get in there and help out.
What's
They're just
Orndorff
hammering
doing?
away on the champion. The match is officially over. They're just hammering and hammering. Finally, Orndorff comes in to help out. He sure took his sweet time about it. Nonetheless, Orndorff finally coming in to help champion Hulk Hogan. Gets him up. Pats him, all right. They'll win the match. Holds his hand up high for victory. They'll win this matchup, but nonetheless. Oh, no!
What in the world?
What?
What in the heck was that all about?
You gotta be. No! 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 On. Look at that!
I don't believe this. What in the world is wrong with Orndorff?
He's waving Studd in. He's waving Bundy in. Heenan coming in. They're going to finish off the... No, wait a minute. Rotundo, Spivey, Tonga, Offie. I can't believe what we've seen. This is one of those surreal moments. You don't know if it's really happened or not.
I'm shocked. I am totally shocked. I don't believe that Paul Orndorff would pull a cheap shot like he just did. That's incredible. What in the world is wrong with that man? What possessed him to do that?
We may have a replay of it. Look at, oh, no, wait a minute. Heenan right there just patting him on the shoulder.
I don't believe it.
Wait a minute. Look at Adrian.
This looked like might have been something that had been planned by all these people. Look at this. What?
Back to live action. Let's go back to the arena. The Hulkster being carried out, holding his neck. Well, let's go back if we can now. Let's go back to Bobby Heenan. He's back there somewhere. Look at this.
You were Mr. Wonderful. You were it. You were stupendous. You showed the chicken wonder where it was at. You showed chicken wonder where it was at. Wonderful! 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 There, wonderful! I've never seen the center leg of heavyweight champion world out. Again.
I can't believe what we're seeing. We're going to have further comments. Stay tuned, everyone.
What in God's name is going on, Bobby Heenan?
Well, you probably need to know a little truth here, Mr. Okerlund. What's going on is Paul Orndorff woke up. He saw the light. Weeks and weeks and months down the road, Hulk Hogan, the success he has is because of Paul Orndorff. Paul Orndorff carried the team. Paul Orndorff needed help at one time. He called Hulk Hogan. Oh, no. The big Hulk was too busy, maybe doing some charity function, signing autographs, maybe kissing grandmothers, helping people across the street, doing something like that.
Wait a minute.
When
he didn't answer one telephone call. That's the only thing that I can see that didn't happen.
I heard different. Then, when he needed him for a partner, he wasn't there to help him. During a match,
Hell, he never tagged the man. How can you say he didn't help him?
Orndorff handled the Moondogs all by himself. Hogan didn't want in the ring.
Hogan
Then, when they met these two
Are
men,
you
I'm
kidding me? He
speaking.
had his
I'm
hand up.
speaking. Excuse me, I'm speaking.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt when you're
Well,
talking.
don't interrupt then. Don't you have parents? Did they ever teach you anything? Now, when he finally went to make the tag, he didn't make a tag. He slapped Orndorff in the face. He says, I can handle it.
That was an accident.
I'm speaking again. Excuse me. You're very rude.
Wait a minute.
Now, he goes back into the ring and thinks he can carry on with Studd and Bundy. Hogan, forget it. Orndorff did what any person would do in that situation. He took Hogan into his own hands and finished him off.
Lord Alfred Hayes, you saw all of this. What do you make of it?
Well, I tell you what I would
Don't bother.
like to do.
You know-
Hey, shut up, Heenan.
Just one moment.
I asked him to talk. As long as
What shall you talk to Heenan? You understand, punk?
You're my guest, gentlemen, and keep that in mind. Yes, Lord
I
Alfred.
would like to see a replay of where Hulk Hogan came back and hit Orndorff with his elbow, whether it was intentionally
Yes, it was.
done or
It was-
whether
that was totally
whether it was an
I
accident.
was there. You can believe me.
And I
It
think
was
everything
He
intentional.
came
stems
off
from
a
that.
headbutt, and he just popped back.
He went back like this, not for a tag. As he was going back, he says, I can handle it myself. And he went like that. I was there. I heard him.
Apparently, you've already poisoned the mind of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
No,
And,
Mr. Wonderful is the old Mr. Wonderful. He doesn't need to sign autographs.
The guy is haywire. He's
He's
wacko.
back in the Heenan family. He's all right.
That's all you need to know.
I don't
All
know
you
about
need to
that.
know.
Hopefully, this can get sorted out.
So see what I'm saying? I'm
Bobby
always
Heenan-
on top of things. You can bring on any
John
kind of
Studd,
machine.
thank you.
I got something in store
Enough
for
is enough.
everybody.
Fans, don't go away. There is more TNT upcoming. Tito Santana and Pedro Morales. Thank you, Tony D and the TNT band. Very good. I still, Lord Alfred Hayes, am totally confused in regards to that matchup with Orndorff and Hulk going against Big John Studd and Bobby the Brain Heenan. I don't know what in the world has happened to Paul Orndorff.
Having been a wrestler for many, many years myself, I would like to see a replay at some time or other, if we can, in slow motion, when Hulk Hogan staggered backwards, because there was a little friction between those two, and it can happen in a close contact sport like wrestling, that he came back and he either gave him that elbow, that I would like to know, or whether it was really an accident. I think everything hinges on it.
I don't think it was intentional. Perhaps our next guests may be able to enlighten us because they happen to be on the scene. Please welcome to TNT the great ones, Tito Santana and Pedro Morales. All right, Tito Santana, Pedro Morales, you being the only man in history, of course, to hold all 3 championships available here on the World Wrestling Federation. What do you make of this Hulk and Orndorff dispute? I'm confused.
You know, Gene, I saw the whole thing. Hulk Hogan is my friend, and so is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. I don't want to judge anybody. I'd like to be able to talk myself to Mr. Wonderful and ask him personally because, you know, like a couple of days ago, Paul and I worked out hard, and, you know, he gave me no indication that was going to happen. I want to talk to the man and ask him. He can tell me, and then I can judge a man.
Pedro?
Well, like Tito say, you know, they was a good friend. They was friend for so many years, you know.
I don't know. I'd like to see.
They trained together and everything, and I think that was a mistake.
Gentlemen, we're going to come back and talk more about this, and I'll try and make arrangements to get that replay, if you will. Lord Alf, we'll take a look at it again. Right now, let's go up to the ring. There's action in progress with Tito Santana and Pedro Morales.
Tito moving in on Kirby, trying to set him up. Whips it to the buckle. Out and oh, my, is he down? Santana cleans house. And together. Santana. Cover by Santana. No, did not go for the cover. Went back up now for a chin lock in, complete control. Tito Santana, Pedro Morales. Both of whom have been tag team champions in the past at different times. Both of whom have been intercontinental title holders, obviously at different times in the past.
That's correct. The only thing Morales, of course, has been a world champion as well.
Santana, flying body press, over in position, he'll get him. No, he won't. Give credit to Gibbs for that kick out.
I was going to say, this Gibbs is a tough fella, too, because, boy, many would have not kicked out of that one.
Santana and Pedro really getting it done here thus far. Lots of tag team coordination between the two.
Absolutely. They really gel well together. Well, they've been teaming up quite a bit now in the past year or so, and they really have it all put together.
You can see, however, Kirby cutting things off, really taking advantage of Santana. Kirby, the well-seasoned veteran. Kirby taking a shot from Santana. No, the tag. Yes, it was made. Morales goes in. Oh, downstairs, upstairs. Kirby set up for the ride. Back body drop. Pedro with Kirby. Ooh, wow. Right in the kidney, covers him. That couldn't do it, it does.
So she wrote. Very good, gentlemen. I know, Tito, that you and Pedro have been teaming up as of late here on the World Wrestling Federation. Is this something we're going to be seeing on a continuing basis?
I think so, Gene. Pedro and I enjoy being partners. You know, to be successful in tag teams, I think you have to get along in the ring and outside the ring. And Pedro and I, we work together, we work out together, we get along great outside the ring. And I've learned a lot from the man. His experience means a lot, you know, and I talk to him all the time.
That'll be great. You can trust each other.
Yeah.
Right, Pedro?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I think Tito Santana is one of the, you know, the most beautiful person I met in the World Wrestling Federation, and he was a former continental champion twice, and I think he have a beautiful future in the beautiful what can I say, amigo?
Well, I know that there's unfinished
and,
business
yes.
with the Macho Man for both of you.
And
Good
believe
career
me,
ahead.
you know, yes. I want to say one thing, amigo. Tito was former champion twice. I was former champion.
Gentlemen.
And we like to have a crack with that Macho Man.
Don't go away, because we've got Lanny Poffo joining us all as TNT continues. We're right back. Remarkable resemblance to Jim the Anvil Neidhart there in our studio audience. Hot ticket right now, and it just happens to be the topic of our conversation, gentlemen. 16-inch high, a replica doll of the heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan. Before we get into this Orndorff-Hogan dispute, gentlemen, I want you to welcome with me and our audience, our next guest, Leap and Lanny Poffo. Come on in, Lanny. Well, Lanny, you were there when it all happened. Lord Alfred Hayes has insisted, along with myself, that we take a second look. I think the question is whether or not the hit by Hulk Hogan as he came off a headbutt, I believe, to either Studd or Bundy, I believe was not intentional. Let's take a look and see if we can clarify this in any way. Right here. Here we go. All right, watch this closely. Now, okay, Lord Alfred, it looks to me like it was totally accidental.
It does on the second look. I thought it was right on the point of the elbow. In fact, it was with the forearm, and I think it was a wild arm just flying up there.
What's the consensus?
Well, Gene, in a tag team match, there's a lot of contingencies that take place in a tag. And if what they are, I don't know. If we knew that, but they wouldn't be contingencies. All I know is Paul Orndorff, he's got looks, he's got talent, he's got personality, and he still can't get a date. So what have I left to say? I wrote a little poem about the subject.
All right, well, I think that probably, with all that we've seen this week here on TNT, it would be appropriate for the poet laureate of the World Wrestling Federation to bless us with one poem.
Here's to Mr. Wonderful. You fooled us for a while. What we thought was sincerity was really just beguile. Here's to Mr. Wonderful. You can't be number 2. And with the Hulkster on the scene, there's nothing else to do. Here's to Mr. Wonderful. Your muscles will not last. It's hard to get a workout in a full-length body cast. Here's to Mr. Wonderful. You think you've got it all. For now on, save your friendship for the mirror on the wall. You think you're Mr. Wonderful. To us, you're just a bore. You may have won the battle, but you're going to lose the war.
All right, I thank you. I am hopeful that we have not lost Paul Orndorff. Lanny, I just think maybe there's a lot of pressure in this great sport, as there is in other sports, and things happen. I think the guy's just gone haywire, and hopefully he's going to return. Lanny Poffo, by the way, is in action up into the ring. Let's see this man, and then we're going to come back for a little bit more of you, Leap and Lanny, and more discussion. But right now, let's join the action in progress.
The rope's extremely loose. As Chung was able to press both of them together, top and middle.
Yes, I think that's why Poffo went over backwards, you know. He just hit that middle rope, right in the top rope, right in the middle.
Oh, upside down, excuse me, right down on the back of the neck. That'll take its toll on the big Korean.
I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think his head came into contact too with that ring post.
Watch out. Backdrop coming. Oh. Knocked the wind out of me one time. Hooks the leg. Couldn't get it. They tried to hook the leg out.
He tried, though.
It's a massive leg.
They're like tree trunks, aren't they? How can you hook those successfully?
30-inch thighs at least.
Yes.
Lanny's still going to work on this big tree, trying to cut it down. Rams ahead into the top turn. That won't hurt him at all.
Well, the Korean's showing me a lot of courage here tonight because he's been hit with some devastating moves by Poffo, but he really hasn't shown any sign of it, has he?
Oh, another big shot. Poffo out again. Right between the second and bottom rope that time, and he just flew out of it.
He really did. And if you look at the big Korean, he's not even breathing hard right now. Good job he doesn't have too much of a brain, or maybe I shouldn't say that, because if he was a bit
He may
quicker,
be watching this at another time and place, Alfred. Be looking for your home address. Brings him in the hard way from the outside. Look now. Oh, slam and a beauty. Where's he going now? Not one of his fortes, but going to the outside. Tiger Chung Lee on the very loose ropes here. He got caught. And now it's Lanny springboarding. Oh, backdrop, but the Korean gone. This could be the beginning of the end right here.
Oh, really? I thought Poffo was gone when he was in trouble, but...
Reversal. Tiger Chung Lee in. Leapfrog, no. Caught him up on top. Brings him over the head scissors. Looking hook both legs. He's going to get it.
Absolutely a phenomenal move. I think, gentlemen, you will agree. Lanny Poffo in that match against the big Korean, 271-pound Tiger Chung Lee. Good victory for you, Lanny.
Thank you very much. I got real lucky.
I notice as you travel around the World Wrestling Federation, you keep these frisbees with you. The little poetry on the outside. It's kind of become a trademark of yours.
That's right. You know, Gene, I learned a little something from Beverly Hillbilly reruns. Buddy Ebsen, Judd Clampett, he told Jethro Bodine, he said, the greatest joy of living is the joy that comes from giving. And it's really great for me to see the exuberance light up on a young boy's face or a young girl. And it's just a big thrill for me, bigger than for the fans. Anybody help yourself?
See you whistle one out there. Whoa. Tito Santana, Pedro Morales, and you, Leap and Lanny Poffo, I thank you very much for joining us. Upcoming, it's going to be the handsome one. Harley Race as TNT continues. We're right back. All right, our next guest is just a recent arrival here in the World Wrestling Federation, but anybody who has followed this great sport over the years certainly knows about this veteran. He is from Kansas City, Missouri. He is undoubtedly one of the top names in all of professional wrestling, not only in the USA, but throughout the world. Please welcome from Kansas City, Missouri, handsome Harley Race, the King of Wrestling. I don't want this to sound the wrong way, Harley, but when I was just a youngster, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. What do you make of the World Wrestling Federation? You've had an opportunity to spend some time here, and of course the level of competition, certainly something you're used to, but just what do you make of it in general, Harley?
Well, in general, Gene, the World Wrestling Federation is where to be, or they wouldn't have the king.
Oh. Okay. All right. Harley Race, Lord Alfred Hayes, you followed this man's career too. I'm sure you have some definite goals and some definite objectives set for yourself here in the World Wrestling Federation. I think I know about a couple of them, but before we get to that, I want to go up to the ring and see you in action. The king of the ring in action. Here he is, handsome Harley Race, and let's take a look right here.
Did you see that, Vince? Race just gave Johnson a tackle, and he barely moved back.
That'll knock him down.
Well, that did, yeah, but the tackle did not. Surprising.
Harley dropping the elbow on Mr. Johnson. By the way, earlier on we had with us Leaping Lanny Poffo, the poet laureate of the WWF. He had a few words of wisdom for handsome Harley Race. Let's take you now to the comments of Lanny.
The self-proclaimed king of wrestling is handsome Harley Race. The pages of his great career are written on his face. He moves just like a great machine, but agonizingly slow. And every devastating move destroys his helpless foe. But it takes more than crowns and robes to fool a wrestling fan. Till someone can dethrone the king, Hulk Hogan is the man.
Well, yes, Leaping Lanny has that right, but certainly even he would give credit to handsome Harley Race as far as Mr. Race's wrestling credentials are concerned.
Well, that's true, and so far everything is turned around now. Where Johnson was impressive in the beginning, but the veteran came back, and he's been dominating this Johnson ever since.
And Johnson through the rope. Ooh, wow. Harley Race out there with Johnson. Harley Race with big Steve Johnson, weighing 285 pounds. What's he going to do? Oh, my.
He hit that right with the bridge of his nose. I'll tell you, I'm surprised if he didn't bust that nose. We'll see if there's any blood when he comes back in the ring, because he really hit that. Looked like right in the bridge of his nose.
I didn't see it that closely, but give credit to Johnson, who, Brother Gamely's back out on the apron now, and Harley Race is going to bring him in the ring the hard way. Race slams Big Johnson. Harley Race trying to set up Johnson. What's he doing now? Gets him up in the air, 285. Look at that. Whoa, that is impressive. And he gets a 3 count.
All right, Harley Race, I think that pretty much typifies your style. You're a very brutal type of delivery, and that neck breaker is very impressive, but I think very dangerous.
It can be extremely dangerous when I want it to be. But Leaping Lanny kind of put it all in perspective for us, didn't he?
I believe so.
He said, even the Hawkster has to beat the king. Even the Hawkster.
When is that going to happen, Harley Race?
Can't happen too quick for me. Nothing would suit me better.
I think when we talked about goals and objectives, I think that was what we were going to come around to.
Goals?
You know, Harley, in 1976, I moved to Kansas City to challenge you, and the only way I could get a match with you was to do that. Don't you think that somehow or other you're going to have to wait around to get that match with Hulk Hogan? You just can't come into here and demand a match with the champion like that.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry.
You didn't have my credentials. You're talking of the king. The king can do whatever he wants. And he's done it all these years in wrestling, and he's done it better than any other human being on the face of the earth.
Harley Race,
Hogan, you're mine.
I'm going to have to cut you short. We do thank you, though, for spending time with us this week on TNT, and certainly we want to have you back. Stand by.
Gene, I'm sure it's been your pleasure.
We have a lively group with us again this week.
We sure
And Lord Alfred, I think it is quite obvious we have some new surroundings.
We really do.
A little foliage here. In the...
I mean, all those weeks you spent in Japan, we changed the set a little bit here.
Oh, yes, I was
How many
in
weeks
Japan
was it?
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
How long were you in Japan, Steve Taylor?
4 days.
4 days. Boy, how time flies when you're having fun. Now, this is excellent. And Nelson Swagler, I do want to thank you.
In the mountain greenery. Be careful of the tigers.
Early palm tree there. Very good. No, it's great. It's a nice touch. Lord Alfred, we have a special guest, and I really enjoy having this man on this television program. He is from the Southland, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Please welcome to TNT, the Junkyard Dog. JYD, you still continue to haunt me. All of the cartoons that we do in Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, you try to convince me that I got to get into this juking in a big way.
It's still age. I mean, everybody like the juke. I know I like the juke, and all the fans out there like the juke. It's the same thing as getting out, man, dancing, doing the thing what you do best.
You know, I've got to confront you. There has been an obvious falling out, and I'm a little confused between Hulk Hogan and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. I wanted to get your opinion.
Well, you know, I always call a man outpatient, Orndorff, but you know, you got to judge a person what they think is right. So, you know, I don't want to meddle in nobody's business. I don't like nobody meddling in my business. That's why I'm carrying my bag everywhere I go. I'm always prepared. So you just stay on in there, Bessie, just in case I need you.
All right, don't go away. Right now, we're going to take a look at some action where this man, the Junkyard Dog, teams up with Tito Santana. It's in progress.
Now Neil Carr steps in as the tag is made. The Junkyard Dog made quick work of that. So give him a little atomic drop there. Sort of half-size one. Double team slinging now. Elbow, one high and one low, and Carr is down. And Santana going to work on the left arm and shoulder.
Carr's given up quite a bit of body weight. He looks like he comes in around maybe 215 pounds.
Yeah,
that's awful light to be in the heavyweight division, which is what all wrestling is in the World Wrestling Federation.
No, you can't give away that kind of weight, Jess. No way. Carr now sending the champion in, and wow, ran over him just like a Mack truck. That leg doesn't seem to be bothering him, Jess. Not favoring it at all, although it is taped up quite heavily.
If I was Big Ron Shaw or Mr. Carr, I'd definitely find out.
You'd be working on it in a hurry.
I'd find out if it bothered him.
Big Ron trying to sneak in, but the referee, Terry Orkston, right on his case immediately. Carr's got the dog, and they're both against the ropes. And look out, double team effort going on now as the dog strays into the wrong corner. Tag was made, Big Ron will have to come in.
You know, I'll tell you, Big Ron Shaw, from what I've heard, has got a couple of very, very big wins in the last couple of months, and he's really climbing the ladder of the Wrestling Federation.
Well, certainly he's making some waves. Nice elbow off the ropes. No way you're going to get the dog like that. Look at that power push out. Got a couple of impressive wins here in the World Wrestling Federation, did Ron Shaw, and he's a big customer to deal with. Neil Carr in there now, and wow, the dog just dropped him with a big right hand. Scoop slam time. Or power slam, yes. The big power slam, 2 count, and it's over.
You know, earlier on we saw Tito Santana teaming up with Pedro Morales, and here we see Tito with you, and I know that a lot of that is happening around the country and around the world here in the World Wrestling Federation. Jay,
everybody needs an opportunity, man, you know. I'll team up with anybody as long as the ends is right.
The scratch is there.
There you go.
You know, something, I look at you, Junkyard Dog, and you're obviously one of the best wrestlers in the world, not just here in the USA. And yet I wonder to myself, why don't you strive for the ultimate that there is, and that's the heavyweight championship? Why don't you ever pursue Hulk Hogan for a championship match?
You know, Alfred, I like you. But you're beginning to think like Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Just like me trying to move up and take over the world up top. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't
You
know
don't
that.
fly but so high at times. You know, fool rush in where wise men sit back and wait.
It's like the veteran septuagenarian Harvey Solon once said,
Yeah.
there is never a bird that flies so high that it doesn't have to come down for water. And I think Paul Orndorff should remember who his friends are.
There you go.
You go along with that? That's a little
that motion.
homespun philosophy. Junkyard Dog, I don't want you to go away because we got some more business to conduct. We're going to be right back with more TNT after this. All right, Junkyard Dog. I noticed you came in with a satchel and you walked in on the set here. And I guess I'm just going to have to ask you, I know curiosity is getting to Lord Alfred Hayes. What's in the satchel?
We got a few things in there. My wrestling boots, my wrestling tights, my girlfriend picture, my daughter pictures, my dog collars.
Dog collars? Now, there is word
A
out.
little money, bills, taxes, everything right there.
There is word out of the World Wrestling Federation that you have signed something that I've not heard of before, called a dog collar match.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. If you
Well, it's a match, man, where you got both guys connected by dog collars, and you got either 15 foot of chain.
How
and you got
inhumane. Do you have that in the bag?
Oh, the chamber have the collars.
Well, let's see him. That sounds inhumane to me, Lord Alfred.
According to who I'm wrestling, see, if I'm wrestling against Adrian Adonis, then I pull out the nice one. But he like that fancy stuff, you know, you little sweet. When I wrestle somebody like Don Morocco or Sheik, then I put the spikes on. Feel that?
Ew. Get a close up on
Oh, my word.
Look.
Feel that, Lord.
Ooh.
See, then if they don't know what they're doing.
Thank you. Now, let me ask you a question. Why in the world would you put a collar around an opponent's neck?
So the fool can't get away? That's that easy.
Are you suggesting that perhaps the Iron Sheik
Every time I turn around, it's just somebody not running out, somebody running in. Now, if anybody run in and grab old dog around his neck, good golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, good gosh almighty.
There you go.
The Iron Sheik.
A very, very top wrestler throughout the World Wrestling Federation. Also a former Olympic wrestler. And he's very, very cruel individual. You know, everybody now is trying to go for that dollar, man. Everybody trying to do this and do that. But I'm going to have to protect dog.
All right. I thank you very much, Junkyard Dog. And Lord Alfred Hayes, I thank you. It has been another outstanding week. By the way, we're going to be back next week with more TNT. I am hoping to get Hulk Hogan here to get some kind of word on what is taking place between he and Paul Orndorff. For Lord Alfred, Gene Okerlund saying have a good week. So long.